Welcome to Subramani, and I'll explain to you how FOMO works, or I'll try to explain to you how FOMO works and how it is very hard to be greedy when others are fearful, and how it is difficult to be fearful when others are greedy. It's very difficult. So let me call it, let's say it's a dream. I woke up from my dream, and this is what I dreamed, that my friend, three of my friends called me. One guy said, look, I made so much money in crypto, and another couple of crores, and I will be able to retire. And he's a young guy, he's about 32, 33 years of age, and I felt, wow, good, this guy's made money. Then I had somebody else who said, oh, I made so much money in an IPO, I put money in a tech IPO and I made so much money. So there are people making money in cryptocurrency, there are people making 52% return in 3 years in some fantastic mutual fund. And full stop. I just wake up in cold sweat saying, my God, these people are making so much money, they're much younger than me, they're making so much money, they're much more money than I will ever have in my life. And why is it that they are making so much money so quickly and my money is growing so slowly, right? So something is obviously wrong with me, so I need to do something. So let us say I went and put money in 2019, 2020 into some cryptocurrencies or the Paytms or Nika or things like that, and said, wow, now I will also make money. Right, that's an obvious thing to do, because, or in a mutual fund which is giving 52% return in 3 years. Well, that's fantastic. That's the way to go, right? Well, no, not for me. I am very conservative, very old, very clear that none of this I will do. So even if I wake up with a sweat, to me, when I see too much money being made in any field, my first reaction is, remember, I'm 60s born. My first reaction is, this can't sustain, because there is something called equilibrium. People will have to come down to the regular 12% kind of return. Occasionally, yes, we will all make some extraordinary money. You buy a share at 10 rupees and it goes to 230 rupees in 3 years or things like that. Yes, occasionally that will happen, but every investment of mine is not a Tata Power which I could buy at 30 and sell it at 280, right? So that kind of a 10 bagger, it's not something which you do every day. You do it occasionally. It's not that you don't do it at all. You do it occasionally, but again, but to make money largely takes time. For example, when I bought a Shy glass at 700, maybe 700, and then I keep on buying at a particular price and I just keep holding, right? So it takes long time to make money. Yes, you make money, there is no doubt about that. Today maybe the price is 2,400, but yes, it takes a lot of time to make money. It is not so quick. So there will always be this fear that, oh, so many people are making money, so I should be entering crypto. I didn't enter crypto not because I was very smart, but I think I did not enter crypto because I was too dumb. I did not even understand how blockchain works or what happens, and therefore I didn't make money. And unfortunately or fortunately, when people asked me whether to put money in blockchain, my answer was more like blocking them rather than answering the question. I do think that some small money you can put in a blockchain, in a Bitcoin or something like that, especially after a fall, and say, okay, I will put such a small percentage, I'll put 5% or 2% of my net worth into it. So even if I were to lose it, I could write it off as a cost of learning, right? But today with FTX, people losing so much money, it's not easy to go back and say, why did you put money? So my advice to anybody is to, if you pick up a risky investment, or if you see a risky investment, understand that is not the best place to keep your liquid money. If you need money from a risky investment, you will never be able to do it quickly. You will always have to give it time. So if you've invested in a bad asset, remember, it will take time to sell. It won't be so easy to sell it off in the market. So understand that there will be liquidity risk, and therefore you cannot take a huge risk in terms of amount of money that you put in there. So you have to understand that money is locked in, that money is almost gone, and if there are profits, you have to take it out, right? So these are all signals that when somebody is making sensational return, 10x in 2 years, 10x in 1 year and things like that, you have to understand that this cannot sustain, right? I realize that when people, so first of all there is this ego which says, look, I'm smarter than him, I'm more educated than him, I read more than him, I write more than him, I meet smarter people. How come my dumb neighbor who does none of these things, how come he can make more money than I do? And this could be on a small portion of his capital, on any part of his capital, right? So I realize with time that money making is not just about having brains, it is about having a good EQ. That brought me to Buffett's quote on this, and I must read it out exactly as it is really beautiful. Is to say, people start being interested in something because it is going up, and not because they understand it or anything else. But the guy next door who is dumber is getting richer while they are not. So this is a huge problem. This is what is called FOMO. Right, you're missing out on cryptocurrency, you're missing out on real estate in Gurgaon, you're missing out on real estate in some part of Bangalore or Mumbai or something like that, right? So we are then saying, oh my God, this has gone up so much and I have not participated, so I should participate. But how much wealth you will create depends on how much money you put, for how long you put, what is the return, right? All those things matter. And even assuming you bought something for 100 and that became 1000 in 1 year, did you remove money from there or you didn't? Because what happens is, when you make money and you do not understand the underlying as to how you make money, you do more and more of the same thing, and that is not wrong, right? I put money, I put 100 rupees in a scheme and it became 1000 rupees in a year. Fantastic. What will I do next? Sell off everything and put 1 crore in the scheme so that it becomes 100 crores, 1000 crores, whatever, right? So that is what I will do. I will not understand what is happening in that business, what is happening in that investment. So we then get carried away and we enter the market exactly perhaps at the wrong time for whatever market it is. So when the market is going up 69%, 72%, 43%, you say, wow, this is a one-way street. This is the place where money only goes up, and after that huge 3 times increase in double digits, big double digits, you enter and you lose money. You see a fund house which has got a small AUM which is able to give 52% return year on year for 3 years or 4 years CAGR. You tend to put money there. So maybe when they were doing really well, they had 100 crores and now it has gone to 4,000 crores. The question is, will they be able to repeat that 100 to 4,000 crores story regularly, right? If you have to be able to do all that. So that in one of the fund manager sessions, the fund manager was saying, if you put so much money in our share, in our fund, say 20 years back, it would have become so much. So this guy very, very innocently said, but well, you had 180 crores then, and if you had done nothing wrong, that should be worth 1,80,000 crores today, but you are somewhere near 25,000 crores or even less than that. You are at 17,000 crores. Why is it that so many investors left you and went? So that's a question to introspect, right? So when a business is doing very well, or rather the returns are very good, you have to go and at least analyze the reason as to why it's somebody being able to generate so much of alpha in that business, right? So your expectation is, I'll get 12%, and here you're getting 52% and 48% and 73%. You have to ask, why are you getting so much? Because this is not going to be very sustainable. Let's remember one thing, the whole world moves towards some kind of an equilibrium kind of a return. So in Indian equities, maybe today when I'm making this in November 2022, 12% return in equities seems to be possible. Again, I'm being very scared and very conservative. Sorry, saying if the GSEC rate is 7% and there is a premium to equity, it will make about 12%, because there will be again at least 5-6% of inflation. So that 12-13% seems to be okay at this current rate. If interest rates go down, I'll revise my answer. Now this, when everything goes towards equilibrium and some fund house is giving you 52% return or 48% return, or some asset like cryptocurrency is giving you 82% return, understand that this will all move towards equilibrium, right? So remember these words, this too shall pass. If you don't understand how this is being created, obviously something is wrong with you. So if somebody comes and says, I will double your money every 2 years, it means he's giving you 36% return. If he says I'll triple your money every 3 years, it means he's giving you 24% return. Now this is not going to be sustainable. If you don't understand how this alpha is being generated, it has to be something illegal, or it has to be something, some Ponzi scheme, right? So it has to be wrong, it has to be illegal, all those things have to fall in place. So you need to understand that when such returns are being discussed, it means something is wrong. So it will go off the equilibrium very soon. This is not going to be sustainable. This is very important. It does not matter what is your age, what you think, and oh, we have reached a stage that the market can never go down. Nothing like that happens. This too shall pass. The market will come down to its equilibrium, and people who do not understand how they have created wealth, but they have created easy wealth, suddenly lose the whole thing. So therefore, when a family creates wealth in the long term by processing small bits of money, right? Somebody who's built up a broking business, the son or daughter can come and ruin it like this, and we have seen this happening, right? So therefore, the second generation loses 70% of the wealth created, and if they do survive, then the third generation loses 90% of the wealth generated. Therefore, families like Birlas are very, very lucky that they have not squandered so much. It's not to say Yash Birla and I mean the Ashok Birla, Yash Birla clan did not do as well as say the Kumar Mangalam Birla part of the family, right? So some of them did well, some of them did badly, but even when they squandered, they did not squander everything, right? So those are the advantages. So please understand that in the long run you will go towards equilibrium. So when you see some industries or some players in some industries giving you sensational return, keep on looking for the risk. It is the risk which you are not able to see, and therefore you lose money. So I did not make money in crypto, but I did not lose money in crypto. But then I'm the very conservative types, right? If I had a 22-year-old son who says I want to be in crypto, I would have said don't go to crypto. Yes, you would have saved losses, but you would have missed many opportunities also. So understand what you are doing. Understand the risk, see what percentage of your money you can put into it, and sit and learn. So learn and then invest. So I'm not saying ever to anybody, don't invest in crypto, sit and learn and see how much you can put. Let's say you have a portfolio of 10 crores. Then 1% of that happens to be 10 lakhs. So you can put maybe 20-30 lakhs, but sit and learn. And when you put 30 lakhs, keep understanding that out of that 30 lakhs, if that 30, suppose that 30 becomes 60, if it's fantastic time to remove at least 10 or 15, if not the whole thing, right? If not the whole profit, right? So partial booking of profits, keep doing that, because in high risk investment, you know something is wrong, but FOMO does not allow you to say, I will not put anything. So mixture of all this will create wealth for you. Thank you.